Hey everybody, welcome to my show. It is Sunday, February 21st, I believe. I think that's the date. I'm pretty sure. Welcome. Nobody's here yet. I'm a lonely loser. A lonely loser. Come on, guys. Come through. Come through for me. For anybody who's watching this in the future, hello. My name is Jennifer. I'm a professional psychic. I am legally blind. What else can I tell you about myself? I've been a psychic for the past 20 years. I have this fun YouTube channel where I share lots of fun videos about being psychic as well as doing readings and such. So it's a good time. My bra strap is showing, but we're just gonna ignore that because this shirt is stupid. Life is just not a fun time right now. Let me just check my feed and make sure that everything is going the way it should. I'm not used to being alone for this long. Usually somebody pops on by now. You guys are here. Here you are. Everything is cool. Let me just check. I'm by myself tonight. I don't have my... Oh, I see two people are watching. Hey, the two people that are watching. I didn't see any comments, so I was not sure if anybody was here. Well, welcome to the stream, you guys. Welcome to the stream. My sister, Erica, usually joins me to read comments, but she's not here today. I don't know what's up. Hopefully she's okay. Alia is here. Welcome to the stream, Alia. Thank you for being here. So how has you guys been this week? I feel like the month of February is flying by. I feel like it was just the beginning of February and now it's like almost the end of February. This month is going like ridiculously slow. I mean ridiculously fast. Sorry about that. But I'm hoping that we have a good show tonight. I see that Hollywood Illustrations is here. Welcome to the stream. Let's get started, you guys, by doing some fun pick a cards just to kind of get the ball rolling, just to let people come in. Let's do a yes or no pick a card. Why the heck not? Those are fun. Of course, you guys can always suggest pick a cards if you'd like to. Just organize myself. Obviously, I'm still in the box. I changed my office because I wanted to improve the sound quality, and I wanted to have a little more control over my environment. So I moved myself into this like closet. And I'm hoping that it is going to be positive and conducive for future shows. These are the, what cards are these? These are the spellcaster cards. Where are they? The spellcasting, oracle cards. These are them. These are really fun. We're going to do just a yes or no pick a card. And you guys have seen these a ton. I don't have my green screen on so you guys can see the cards in their full glory of what they look like. Usually they look purple because of my green screen, obviously. I am going to eventually probably put a green screen behind me right here because I don't have enough room. I was originally going to put like a bookshelf with like my tarot cards displayed. It was going to look super cool and like psychic-y, but I don't have enough room, so we're just going to have to put the green screen and see how it goes. Whoa. I see I just got another notification from Holleran. Let me see what you were saying. I gotta read from my phone, you guys, because I don't have Erica here today. Seems like February was dragging with weekly snowstorms. Oh yeah, you know what? That is true. I didn't think about that. If you're dealing with bad weather and snowstorms, I can see how the month would just drag on for sure. I forgot to do my sound thing. Let's just fix that. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So I can definitely get when you're stuck in the snow and you can't go anywhere and it makes everything much more challenging. That's a pain in the neck. I love snow. I love when it first snows and it looks so beautiful, and I love to play in the snow. but like when it gets all icy and gross, it's not a good time. Diana is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Diana. We're doing a yes or no pick a card reading right now. We're going to start things off right. So here we are. This is our first reading of the evening. Yes or no, pick a card. I'm sorry, wait, I'm doing this wrong. Please forgive me. Deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. Again, deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. Think about your yes or no question that you have and choose the card that you feel the most drawn to. And we're going to start. So card number 1 is healing. And to me, this is definitely a solid yes. This is like you are going to be made whole. Your problem is going to be solved. Things are going to be made better for you. So that is definitely a yes. Ooh, 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 things are getting spicy. The second card is also a yes. It's like the truth is going to be revealed. The truth is going to be uncovered. I feel like this is also about solving a problem. So it's, again, a yes card. And the last card I feel is also a yes, which is weird. We usually don't have 3 yeses. That is funny. But this is also a yes. So 3 yes cards. This is empowerment. And this is like, you're in control. Things are going to happen your way. You need to maybe take a little more control than you are taking. But definitely, those were 3 yeses, which is definitely a little weird. I'm not used to that happening with these pick-a-card readings. Usually, it's not like that. Usually, it's like 2 yeses and a no, or 2 no's and a yes. Who knows how it goes? But that is that. So how has everybody's week been, or a couple of days since Wednesday? How have you guys all been since Wednesday's show? Anything new or interesting happening in your lives? Anything fun? I just found out that this is so gonna date myself, but whatever, I don't care. I just found out that Amazon has Gem and the Holograms available to purchase, and I love that show. That was like my total jam when I was like 10 years old or 8, whatever it was, however old I was. It was like 1985, so you guys do the math. But that show was like my total jam. It was like a soap opera for kids. It was so cool and interesting, and I love the fact that like they had like the characters. It was the first cartoon that I've ever seen where the characters changed clothes, and like every scene there was different clothes, because up until that point, cartoon characters, they always wore the same thing in every episode. And I thought it was so interesting that these girls like had actual wardrobes, and I was really super into fashion at that moment in my life. And so very, very cool, very interesting, fun time. So I'm excited about that. If you guys have not seen Gem and the Holograms, I would highly suggest giving it a whirl. If you like things that are fashion, pop music, soap opera-esque, adventure-esque kind of things. They're definitely, and things that are 80s related, because that show was 80s on fire. That was definitely a fun show. But let's do another reading while we're here. I'm just waiting for people to kind of matriculate in. I know sometimes it can be a little bit of a slow start, and I know things usually tend to get ramped up toward the end of the show. And also, you guys, if there's any topics that you guys want to talk about, any advice that you guys are, kind of interested in, like, general kind of things. I feel like things have been kind of a little crazy lately. Mercury retrograde is going to be over soon. I think it's going to be over. Actually, I think it might have just ended. I think it ended on the 20th of February, if I remember correctly. I believe it ended yesterday. So I feel like I don't really give a lot of energy to Mercury retrograde in a negative way. I'm like kind of cautious about it, but I don't like really stress about it too much. And I feel like I do feel a sense of like a lift now that, it's over. I feel like a little bit of a lift, things like that. So it's something that makes me feel happy. So I want to talk about doing a reading, because I think this is fun. This is something that I just kind of got. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use these cards. We'll use those for something else. I'm going to use these cards. I want to do a reading about what somebody thinks about you. So I want you to think about a person. That person could be anybody. It could be your mom. It could be your friend. It could be your boyfriend, your wife, your husband, whatever. But think about a person in your life that you maybe are curious what they think about you. It could be your boss. But so it's not going to be, necessarily romantic. It's not going to be necessarily, too specific. But we're just going to do a generalized kind of thing about what this person is thinking about you. Now, I'm asking myself as I do this, is this a good idea? Is this a good idea? This could be a bad idea. This could maybe hurt some people's feelings. Could be making some problems for people. But you know what? If you're gonna make a cake, you gotta break some eggs. And so who knows what's gonna happen with this reading. So just remember, guys, if you don't get good feedback about what your person is thinking, don't shoot the messenger. And I also wanted to ask you guys, this is just a fun topic, but I thought that we should talk about it just for fun. Not that I care or follow these people very much at all, but I did a few tarot readings about them, is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They are going to have another child. And I was wondering what you guys thought. Do you guys think they're going to have a boy? Or do you think they're going to have a girl? I'm just curious what you guys think about that. If you don't know, they already have a child. They have a boy. I think his name is... I don't remember what his name is. Shoot. Archie. So that's his name, Archie. But I'm just curious what you guys think they're going to have next. Their next baby is going to be. I don't know. It's like, I want to say girl. I shouldn't say. I should let you guys say. But I don't feel 100%. I'm just curious what you guys think it's going to be. All right, guys. Here we go. This is your... I love these cards, too. I just think they're so pretty. I love the back of them. There's something that just draws me in. This colorscape. It's like orangey, kind of browny, purpley. I don't know. There's something old world luxurious about them. I really like them. But so this is what somebody is thinking about you. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about the person that you want to know what they're thinking about you. I want you to imagine their energy. I want you to picture their face, hear their voice saying your name, and just get into their energy field a little bit. And then when you're ready, choose the deck. 1, 2, or 3. Okay? So let's begin. And let's hope this doesn't backfire on me because, could happen. All right, guys. So anybody... Oh, I'm doing this backwards. Pardon me. Did I do that backwards? Oh, guys. Did I do that backwards? Hold on. I might have done that backwards. Okay, so... I think I did it. Okay, so just to clarify, guys, I did think I did it backwards. So pardon me, but let's just clarify here. This is deck number 1. This is deck number 2, and this is deck number 3. I accidentally did it backwards. So just we're just gonna have to do it backwards for this one, and then I'll fix it in the next one. So 1, 2, and 3. So just understand that 1, 2, and 3. So pick your poison. 1, 2, or 3. 1 is here, 2 is here, and 3 is here. All right, and this is what somebody is thinking about you. All right, so number 1, deck 1. Ooh. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. So this person that you want to know what they're thinking, they absolutely love you. They love you on a very deep level. I feel like there's attraction. It's not like, oh man, I love you, like you're my buddy. It's like a romantic love. Like they want to have you in their life. They love you. They adore you. They want to commit with you. They want to spend the rest of their life with you. It's a very strong, deep connection. The only negative, or not even a negative, but I feel like they want you to be a little bit more vocal, a little bit more expressive. I feel a lot of times they have a hard time figuring out what you're thinking or what you're feeling, and so they want you to be more expressive. So that's the first thing, is say what you mean. This is a beautiful card. Holy cow. Say what you mean. And I think when this comes up with such strong relationship vibes and feelings, it's like they know that you love them and they feel this connection to you. I think they just want to know more about where you see the relationship going or how you feel about them. I think they're looking for words of validation or just more expressiveness on your part. This other one, family and tribe, right here. Again, it's like they're committed to you. They're committed to you for the long haul. They see you as somebody that they want around them always. And then the last thing is soulmate. And again, beautiful card. And it's like they really feel connected to you. You're very important to them. This is an ongoing thing. So that's deck number 1. So pretty cool. Deck number 2. Okay. Deck number 2, the person that you are thinking about, I feel like they love you, they care about you, but I feel like they feel like you are not living up to your best ability. And I feel like they want to help you and they feel very connected to you, but I also feel like they're maybe a little like they're frustrated because maybe they feel like they don't know what to do or how to make things better. And I feel like they're just frustrated. So whatever relationship you guys are having, it's like discover your life purpose. I feel like they want you to do this. They want you to figure out where you belong in the world, what you want, what your goals are. They kind of feel like you're not pulling yourself together. They feel like you're kind of letting yourself be held back by a lot of negative stuff. How teachable are you? This is, I don't, like, if I got this card, I'd be kind of a little like, oh man. Because, you know, when you think about how teachable is somebody, it basically is saying like that you're being stubborn, you're not learning lessons, you're not open to changing, you're not open to learning. And that's not a good thing. You know, you always want to be open. The next thing is home. I think this card, first of all, is stunning, but this card is also letting me know that the person that you're asking about, they care about you a lot. They care about you. They feel at ease and they feel comfortable with you. And I feel like they want you around them. They just want you to live up to your I keep wanting to say the word expectations, but that's not the right word. Like live up to your abilities, live up to your abilities. That's what I want to say. And then deck number 3, this is what this person, whoever that is, thinks about you. Ooh, okay. See, this is why I thought this might be a bad idea. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Just know that these messages are coming to you because you need to hear them. So they're not coming to you to tear you down or make you feel bad. They're not coming to you to create negativity or for you to have a fight with this person. It's more like the universe is communicating with you the way that they know how so that you can hear the message. Okay. So just know that it's coming from a loving place. And sometimes we hear messages that are hard to hear, that we don't want to hear. And sometimes it's easier to hear it from a stranger, i.e. me, than to hear it from like, say, the person that you're wanting to know about. So what they feel about you is that you are getting in your own way, that you stumble, that you're not doing everything that you can to better yourself. And this first card that came up is self-sabotage. And it's like you'll get to that point where you're doing really well and things are going really well. And then all of a sudden you'll do something to sabotage yourself, or you'll do something to kind of shoot yourself in the foot. And I feel like they've seen this happen with you before. This is not like the first time. This is something that is cyclical. And so that's why this card's coming up, this cycles. It's basically a repeating pattern, which self-sabotage often is a repeating pattern. Self-sabotage can be a really challenging thing. You know, I think when we do self-sabotage, it's because deep down we don't really believe that we deserve the success that we're having, or we don't really believe, that we deserve to be happy, or we deserve to be successful, we deserve whatever. And I see this happen so often with clients in different ways, sabotaging themselves. And I think there's a deep rooted core belief, and it's like somewhere you feel that you don't deserve this happiness. And so you do something to to kind of solidify that in your own mind. And I'll talk more about that in a little bit if you guys want to. And then again, this is victim consciousness. So when you look at these cards all together, it's like they feel like you keep getting into this pattern over and over again where you'll sabotage yourself. It's cyclical. It keeps happening. And you have this victim consciousness, which when you're in a victim consciousness about anything, it's basically you're not taking control of your life. You're saying like, oh, all these things are happening. Why? And you're not acknowledging the power that you have in the universe to take control of your life. You're just kind of blaming other people or blaming God or blaming the universe or whatever. And you're not taking control to make your life better. And so hopefully that has helped you guys a little bit. I know that was a little harsh of a message for the beginning of the show, but I felt like it was something that needed to be dealt with. All right, so we have Jack Mason is, hey, new here. How is it going, Jack? Welcome to the stream. So far it's going good. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you decided to join. Diana is very sweet. Diana says a girl. Diana says number 2. Diana says, oh, works for me. Okay, cool, guys, cool. So, how many people are here? BT Dubs. Oh, 6 people are here. Welcome to everybody. Again, just so you guys know, my name is Jennifer, professional psychic. I've been in the business for over 20 years. I'm legally blind. What else can I tell you guys about myself? I love my job. I love helping people. I do live shows twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. Sunday is more of a chilled out show. If you guys have any suggestions for pick a card readings, basic topics or just topics in general that you guys would like to talk about, we talk about random stuff on this show. Sundays is kind of a free for all. We talk about pop culture things. We talk about different spiritual things. We talk about relationship stuff. So the thing about self-sabotage is basically like, we feel uncomfortable when we're successful. It feels wrong to us. It feels like we don't deserve it, or, people are going to find out that we're not really what we think we are, which is called imposter syndrome. And so we do things to throw obstacles in our way because there's a comfort in the discomfort, if that makes sense. So if you're used to always being under stress and you're used to always having anxiety and you're used to always dealing with some kind of problem, and then that problem is taken away and now you have all this energy and this free time, obviously that's a great thing. But because you're so used to having that stress, the absence of it is going to make you feel anxious because you're not used to not having that to worry about. So then you have this emptiness in your life. And so it may be challenging to deal with that. And so I think that a lot of times we're on the precipice of success. We're right there. We can taste it. And we do something to screw ourselves over. And it's because there's a fear of change. There's a fear that we don't deserve it. There's a fear of, success. These are all things that are part of our lives. And I see this happen with myself. I've done it to myself many times. It's just inherent, and we all have to kind of work hard on overcoming that. And I'm trying to learn how to overcome that. And as I learn and grow and discover more, I'll teach you guys what I find out. But it's just a journey I think that we're all on a regular basis. And so I think that the most important thing to do to help stop self-sabotage is to acknowledge when you're doing it. We all know the beginning steps of self-sabotage, even if we don't want to acknowledge it to ourselves. Like, say, for example, if you're working out every day and you're doing amazing and you're losing weight and you're feeling great and you're just like, wow, my God, I'm doing great. I've been doing this for 6 months. It's amazing. Then all of a sudden you'll get that thing of like, well, I'll just skip the gym today and I'll just skip this week. And then soon you're just skipping altogether and you gain some weight back. You have to kind of catch yourself as soon as you're breaking a good pattern. You have to try to be cognizant of like, okay, wait, I'm starting to slide. I'm starting to break. And if you can get to a point where you're able to catch yourself before you make that fatal mistake, then you'll be able to kind of help stop that cycle. And that's the hard part, but that's the important thing. Let's do a giveaway because that's just what it's time to do. I like to do giveaways. Sorry for the clickety clack, but I'm just trying to find a nice stone for you guys. So how do my giveaways work? Basically, the way that they work is I'm going to pull out a stone, and you guys have to tell me what color stone that is. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good one. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. Sorry. There's one that I'm trying to get to and I just can't reach it. So pardon me. Okay, here we go. All right. So I have a stone in my hand right now. Whoever is the first person to correctly identify the color of this stone, again, you don't have to tell me the type of stone. That's not important. Just the color of the stone is going to win a 10-minute free psychic reading with me. You have to be over 18, you have to be from the United States, and you have to subscribe to this channel. So if you're doing all those things, you can enter. You can write as many colors as you want. Just do that like one comment. Like you can't write 10 colors in one comment. You have to like write one color per comment. So here we go. The stone is here. I'm going to put it on my desk. And ready to go. The first person who correctly predicts what color stone that is going to be the winner chicken dinner. By the way, what did you guys have for dinner tonight? I'm nosy. I like to know those things. So like I had vegan chicken sandwiches. So like obviously they're like little chicken sliders, but they're not real chicken. They're made like, I don't know what they're made of, but they're vegan chicken sliders. And that is what I had for dinner tonight. And they were all right. They weren't so hot. It's hard to make really good vegan chicken. Especially chicken patties. It's because vegan chicken tends to have like a softer texture. It's not as good. I think it's easier to make like vegan like chopped meat or vegan like burgers. It's way easier to make those than vegan chicken. I don't know what that is, but that is that. So we're doing that giveaway right now. I'm going to start doing a message of the day while we're waiting for that giveaway to be announced. Let me see if anybody won so far. Oh, banana split? Is that what you had for dinner? That sounds so good. I have not had a banana split in a long time. It's been probably at least 30 years since I've had a banana split. So that is what's going on there. Erica just got in contact with me, and so guys, keep entering because nobody has won yet. Nobody won. I'm going to give Erica a call. Let's see. Bear with me. Oh, actually, I forgot we were supposed to go on a field trip. Darn doodles. I totally forgot about that. We're going to go talk about love languages. Oh, I totally forgot about that, guys. My apologies. Just give me a second. I have to call my sister so she can read comments for me. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear her properly. Just pardon me. I'm just taking care of some household things. So just keep entering the giveaway stuff. Keep going at that. Don't give in. Don't give in. I'm sorry. Don't give up. That's what I meant to say. Don't give up. Oh, I got to tell you guys my eyebrow story. that is something fun and interesting that you guys might be interested in. So I'll tell you that as soon as I get Erica on the phone. She's going to read comments for me. Let's see if we can get her. Okay. For whatever reason, one of these does not work, and I don't know why. Only one of them works. So hopefully she answers. I don't know if you guys can hear the phone ringing. Let me know. Hopefully you'll be able to hear her. Is that right? That might be the wrong... Actually, hold on. That might be the wrong number. Blind girl problems. I was calling the wrong number. Hopefully that person does not call me back. Because that would be awkward. Okay. Let's try this again. Hopefully this is actually... What? This is hilarious, guys. I'm trying to find my sister's number. Is this it? Prank calling people. This might be her. Yeah, I think this is her. Let me know if you guys can hear the phone ringing. Hey. Hey, do you have my show or do you need me to send you a link? Okay. Guys, let me know if you can hear Erica. I'm not sure if you can. Hopefully you can. But if not, that's okay. I'm still trying to work on this microphone issue. I thought I had it fixed. Are you okay? You. What'd you have for dinner? Oh, spaghetti. Ooh, spaghetti. All right, I'm just reading comments right now because I'm doing a giveaway, so just pardon me. Blue arm. I don't know if anybody can hear you. Oh, plantains. I love that. That sounds really good, Alia. She had plantains, yellow rice, black beans, avocado, curry kale, and chickpeas. That sounds really, really good. I could totally be down for that. I love me some plantains. Okay, Alia, you won. Kay Smith is here. Welcome, Kay Smith. And Susan C is here. Metallic. Hello, Kay. Susan C. Okay, so guys, Alia is the winner. She is the winner chicken dinner. It is turquoise right there. So congratulations to you, Alia. You won. I'm totally jealous of your dinner because that sounds amazing. I don't know if you guys can hear Erica. Let me know if you can hear her or not. Because honestly, if you can hear her, she needs to have a filter. Okay, she can't. Oh, Diana says she can't hear you. Thank God. Okay, Erica. So you can, you know, nothing. I'm just saying, you know, in case you wanted to like chew or something. You don't have to be as like stressed out. Because if they can't hear you. I don't know why. Say something now. It's so weird. I don't know if they can hear you or not, but we're gonna have to. Yeah, they'll let you know. Yeah, Diana's okay is saying she can't hear you either. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't. I'm trying to fix the sound. Do I sound okay? Hopefully I sound okay. Okay, good. Life is... We're trying to get calm. So we all had some good dinners. I like that. Oh yeah, so we're going to do another pick a card. So I'm going to do a love pick a card. Like a generalized love pick a card. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you want me to use the Moonology moon cards, or do you want me to use the fairy tale cards for the love reading? Guys, you can cast your votes now on which cards you want me to use. And while I'm waiting for that vote to come in, I'll tell you my funny eyebrow story. So I went to Ulta to get my eyebrows done and my appointment was for 2:30. And so I get there and the woman has somebody else in the chair. So I was like, all right, no big deal. I'll just wait. And like, I kept walking around, like waiting, and it felt like this woman was taking a while, but I was just like, whatever. And so one of the Ulta employees came up to me and she was like, oh, like, can I help you? And I was like, oh, I'm just waiting to get my eyebrows done. And she was like, oh, okay. And then like several more minutes went by and the girl was like, wait a second, do you have an appointment? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, come back with me. So she took me back to go get, her, what do you call it? She took me back to go check the computer and she was like, oh yeah, you were due at 2:30. I don't know what happened. So she's like, oh, hang on. She got like upset. She was like, oh, hold on. Hell no. So she got upset and she went to the girl and she was like, what's going on? You're supposed to take this woman. Like, what are you doing? And the woman had taken a walk-in like right before I guess she didn't check her schedule to see that she had an appointment. She had taken a walk-in and this woman was getting like the full-on treatment. She was getting like brows did, tinted, whatever you can do to brows. She was getting like the whole shebang. So this woman was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no big deal. I was like, that's fine. And so I was just willing to wait, but she took like a while. And the woman was actually nice. The employee that was helping me was nice. She was like kind of advocating for me, but I was telling her, I was like, listen, it's okay. Don't let the woman, because I was afraid that the woman was going to feel nervous and like rush and screw up the other woman's eyebrows. So I didn't want that to happen to the woman in the chairs. I was like, just tell her to take her time because I know how I would be if somebody was like, you better hurry up. You better get this done. I'd be like maybe rushing and mess up that girl's eyebrows. And I didn't want that to happen. So I was just trying to be like the chillest person ever. I was like, no, it's cool. I'm just fine. But my appointment was at 2:30. I was supposed to be probably done by like 3 o'clock. I didn't get out of there until 4 o'clock. I didn't sit down to get my eyebrows done until 3:30. So I was literally walking around Ulta, which is not the worst thing in the world, for an hour, just like waiting. And then I felt bad. I was like, I didn't want the woman to screw up this other girl's eyebrows. And then I didn't want her to screw up my eyebrows. So I was just like, it's okay, it's okay. And the woman felt bad. She was like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I should have checked my schedule. And then the other thing that I thought happened that was funny was they had this like lamp, I guess this big overhead lamp that they used so you can see what they're doing. This lamp was like on a, I don't know if this is like, here's the lamp, right? So it's on this like thingamajig that they can move up and down. So the lamp kept falling. Like it just kept falling. And at one point, the woman like positioned the lamp like right over me. So like if it fell, it would clock me on the head. So this woman's doing my eyebrows. I'm trying to like be game face. Like to, whenever I get my eyebrows done, I try to like go into this zen space. So like I don't flinch or whatever. Cause I don't want to mess up the brows. This face needs to look good. So I'm doing everything I can to compose myself while she's ripping out my hair. I'm willing this light to stay up and not clock me in the head. I'm also willing this woman to be calm and relaxed so that she does a good job on my eyebrows. So I'm like trying to do all this stuff at once. It was crazy. But anyway, she did a good job on my eyebrows. It all went well. So, but that was my eyebrow story. So, and then she was trying to sell me an eyebrow tint. And I was like, I just wanted to get out of there at that point. I did not want to stay 1 minute longer than I had to. She was like, you should get a tint. Your eyebrows would look so pretty with a tint. And I was like, remember the time Erica one time went and got her eyebrows done and she looked like Groucho Marx. The girl, it wasn't a tint, thank God. It was just temporary. The girl used eyebrow pencil. But she came out of the thing. And I was waiting because she went in. I went in first, then she went in. And when she came out and looked at me, her eyebrows were like Groucho Marx. If you guys don't know who Groucho Marx is, go Google. But it was like the biggest, thickest, bushiest eyebrows you've ever seen. This woman had gone ham with the eyebrow pencil. And I was like dying because it looked hilarious. It was funny as heck. Oh, what was I going to say? Did you guys vote on what cards you wanted? Okay, people want fairy tale. All right, we're going to do love. We're going to do the love reading with my fairy tale cards. These are such cute cards. I got them on Amazon. If you like to travel with a tarot deck, these are perfect because they're tiny. And And they come in this cute little tin. The only negative is this book is like super tiny. It's like a little tiny book and it's a little hard to read. For me, it's hard to read because my eyes are not the best. But you guys will probably be fine with it. So has everybody had a good weekend? Any interesting, exciting news? Anything fun? Did you learn anything? All right. These cards are so tiny. I love them. Right? They look like literal cards that a fairy would use. Super duper cute. Okay, this is a love reading. I'm not doing this based on like singles or couples or whatever. If you guys want like a specific singles or a specific couples, you can comment and I'll do that. But this is just a general love reading. We'll see where this takes us and we can go from there. But here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, ready? This is deck number 1. This is deck number 2 and deck number 3. 1, 2, 3. This is again our general love reading. So think about your love question, whatever it may be pertaining to. And let's get started. All right, deck number 1. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Now, I feel like there's somebody that is either in your life now, just recently coming into your life, or going to be coming into your life. But this is a new person, new relationship, fresh start. This is new energy. And I feel like this person is going to be really good for you. This is a blessing. This is a positive thing. But I feel like you have a lot of trust issues. You have a lot of fears, understandable, justifiable. But this person is going to be a really good relationship. This is a good person, a fresh start. So just know that they're going to understand where you're coming from. They're going to understand. They're going to be patient. And they're going to relate to what you've been through because I feel like they've been through something very similar. And I think you guys can help each other and heal each other. So this is definitely a new, like moving on, new relationship, but it's something very, very positive. This first card that came up, this bouquet, this is a good card. This is like a good omen. This is like possibilities blooming, new changes, things like that. So it's very, very positive. The next card that I got for you is this cross. And to me, this cross is talking about like some level of suffering that you've done. And I feel like this suffering has in a way kind of kept you from wanting to be close to people, kept you from wanting to have a new relationship, and put a lock on your heart, so to speak, which is again understandable. But this key right here is showing me that the person who is coming into your life is going to be the person who is the right fit for you, the right person for you. And I really feel like you guys will have a lot in common. So definitely expect a new wonderful person to come into your life, and it's going to be a very positive, happy relationship. So look forward to that. Ooh. Okay. Here's what I want to say. Deck number 2. Deck number 2, I feel like you're very trusting, and I feel like you're very romantic and you're very trusting, and I feel like you have these wonderful ideas about what you want a relationship to be, and your ideas about what you want a relationship to be are not wrong at all. You're very good about that. The problem is I feel like you let the wrong people in your life. You give too many chances and you're too willing to kind of forgive is what I'll say. It's kind of the exact opposite of deck number 1. And I feel like there's going to be somebody coming into your life from the past. This person may possibly already be around you. If they're not around you, they're coming back. It is somebody that has been with you in the past. This is an ex coming back. This person is immature, a little reckless, kind of self-centered, self-absorbed, not somebody that you could really trust or rely on, or this is not a good connection. This is not a good situation. So I want you to be very careful, very cautious. This is not the person that you want to be with. This is somebody that is going to end up disappointing you. So this first card right here, this rider, this is who I'm talking about. This immature, reckless, charming, fun person is going to come back into your life, and they're going to be making so many promises. They're going to be promising you the world and la-di-da, and love bombing. Do you guys know what love bombing is? If you guys don't know, Erica says she knows what it is. Let me know if you guys know what love bombing is. If you don't, if anybody doesn't know what it is, just be like, explain in the comments. Just write the word explain, and I will explain it to you guys, because it is something that we all should know. It's important to know. So this this card right here, this fox is like, appearances may be deceiving. Don't trust the first don't trust. And so basically what this is saying is, this person who's promising you the world, don't let them in, don't trust them. And this last card right here is about structure and stability. And this is about your home and your house. So it's like, as long as you're not whole, as long as you're not, completely healed, whole, confident, then you're going to keep having the same problem over and over again. You need to work on you. You need to work on yourself. So I am feeling somebody's coming into your life. It's just not the right person for you. And I feel like you need to do some healing and growing, so you can get to the point where you don't put up with this crap anymore, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Who has to have that explained? Kay. Hi, Kay. Love bombing is when somebody comes into your life and they bombard you with love. So it's like they meet you and they don't even really know you, but they're just like, oh my God, you're amazing. You're the most amazing. You're the most beautiful person. I love you. Oh my God, you're my soulmate. They come at you with tons of attention, tons of presence, tons of like positive words and encouragement. And it's like, it's almost overwhelming. It's that guy that meets you and on the first date says to you, you're the woman of my dreams. I want to marry you. Oh my God, you're amazing. What are we going to name our kids? That's the guy. Or the girls can do this too, guys. Girls are guilty of this as well. But it's when somebody bombards you with a lot of attention, compliments, love, that is in essence shallow. Somebody who doesn't really know you can't be in love with you. They can be attracted to you. They can have lust for you, but they're not able to really be in love with you. They don't know you to be in love with you on that deep level. But if you're vulnerable, if you're feeling insecure, if you've been in bad relationships, if you're starving for that kind of attention, you can fall prey to that. And the problem with love bombing is that people use it as a manipulation. They do all this stuff to get you in, and then once they get you in and once they get you comfortable, then it's abuse. So it's like an abundance of unhealthy, kind of unwarranted, shallow attention. And it's used as a manipulative tactic by narcissists or, people who are abusive. And so that's what love bombing is. So you want to watch out. If a guy says to me on a first date, I love you, I would say to him, what's wrong with you? You have to kind of think about love as a centered thing. You have to know somebody, their good sides, their bad sides, know who they are for real before you really love them. You can like them, you can be attracted to them, but you can't love them. And so that's basically what love bombing is. I hope I was able to convey that for you. All right, deck number three deck number three I feel like this is a very interesting situation that we're in. Deck number three. I feel like you've met the love of your life already, but I feel like you don't know it yet. I feel like this is somebody that's in your life. It may be a friend, it may be a coworker. There's somebody in your life that is absolutely perfect for you, the perfect person for you, somebody that you trust, somebody that you adore, But maybe, or I shouldn't say adore, somebody that you trust and somebody that you feel comfortable with. I think that you maybe haven't noticed them for whatever reason. A lot of times people have blinders on when it comes to people, either because they are afraid of really having real love, or it's because, for, different reasons, people shut down the idea of dating somebody for different reasons. And so I feel like the person that you're like your perfect match is already in your life. And I feel like this is in a way kind of like a wake up call. So I'm not saying like, I think that you just need to know that you need to relax. This person is in your life. They already have feelings for you and they're going to take care of kind of getting things moving. And I feel like this is somebody that I want to really be very strong about this. This is somebody that you will trust, that you already trust now. It's a trusting relationship. When this person starts to come forward, it's going to feel comfortable and easy. It's going to feel like you're at home. It's that kind of a connection. It's that kind. So it's not like somebody that you just have a crush on that has a crush on you, or somebody like an ex coming back. It's not anybody that you've ever been with romantically before. It's somebody that you just know. It may be a friend's brother or a coworker. It's something that's been something that's scary. It's someone that's been around your kind of, your solar system, but has not made contact in that way. So that's what I'm getting right now. And this person is going to start to come forward to you relatively soon. And I think that's why you're getting this reading right now. It's so that when it does happen, you can kind of expect it. And I feel like it's not going to throw you off as much because of that. Are there any comments, Erica? I'm laughing at Diana's. Erica's reading Kay and Diana's comment to me. I wish they could hear you, Erica. I'm so sorry. Robert, you got to beat him off with a bat. Yeah, you've definitely been love bombed, Erica, for sure. I've seen that. Yeah, that's what happens. People who people who want to abuse you, they're very methodical about it. They're systematic about it. They do certain things. They'll start to try to get monopolize all your attention. They'll isolate you from your friends and your family. They'll do all these different things to kind of set you up so that you are at their mercy, and it's really a sad situation. And people who fall for this abuse are usually people who are just have been abused in other ways before, or people who have just have low self-esteem, or people who, just it's you get hurt and it's hard for you to pick yourself back up, because a lot of times when people get hurt in relationships or get abused, they blame themselves. Like they get that thing of like, something must be wrong with me, and it's not that at all. Nothing's wrong with you. It's just that you've been abused and you're a victim of that, and you have to kind of realize that you were hurt so that you can begin the healing and the grieving so that you can move on. But it's a sad situation. I don't think I've ever been love bombed. I don't think I ever have. What'd you say? Erica's been love bombed a couple of times. I don't think that's ever happened to me. No, it did once. It did once. Yeah, I remember. I didn't fall for it, but it did happen to me. But yeah, so it happens. People will, will do that. And I think people who are abusive, it's like going fishing. They're abusive and they're looking for people to abuse. So they throw the hook out and they see what they get. And if they pull the right person back, they're going to get a successful person to abuse. It's a sad situation. But, you know, yeah. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, I wish you guys could hear Erica, but basically she said that people who are abusive, they groom their abuser, you know, their abusees. They groom them like a pedophile grooms, you know, unfortunately a child they want to abuse. People, you know, who want to abuse their girlfriends or their boyfriends or their spouses, they do the same thing. They pick a person who they feel is going to allow that kind of behavior. They usually pick somebody who's vulnerable, and it's a sad situation. So you got to really be you got to really be strong and confident and sure of yourself before you enter into the dating world. And I always tell my clients, people who have low self-esteem and people who are desperate to be in a relationship, um, attract users, losers, and abusers, because they're so desperate for love. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel. They're just like, I just want somebody to love me. I don't care who it is. And those are the people who tend to get abused. And, you know, it's a sad situation, but, you know, these people are unscrupulous, and they are, you know, they go and they kind of they take advantage, and it's a sad situation. Yeah, no, it's true. Erica's saying, and it's true. Like, once you're in a relationship with somebody who's abusive, they tend to monopolize and drain your energy. So like they have you walking on eggshells. They isolate you from friends and family. They make you feel like you're incapable of doing anything on your own. They scare the shit out of you. You know, they make you feel like you're not capable. It's just a sad cycle, and it's very challenging for anybody to leave an abusive relationship. You know, I hear so many people, like on TV shows and stuff, I hear people say, like, well, why don't they just leave? Like, duh, you're being abused, leave. And they don't understand that the person who's abusing you, they're running a 24-hour game. It's like they're running a game on you, and they're finding all your vulnerabilities, and they're either just making you feel so low that you have no energy to do anything for yourself. You have no belief that you can even achieve anything, or they're scaring the living daylights out of you that if you do leave, they're going to murder you, or they're going to kill your kids, or they're going to kill your family. You know, it's either fear or degradation or intimidation. It's one of those things that whatever they can use to kind of go after. And so many of my clients, have been in abusive relationships, and it's taken them a long time to get out. You know, it takes it takes what, Erica, you know this. What does it take, up to like 15 times or something for a woman to leave an abusive? 8 times. So Erica says, you know, and Erica knows a lot about this. She's going to school also to be a therapist. But yeah, and again, I want to be clear and say that, you know, women are not the only ones in abusive relationships. Men can be abused. And, you know, it's sad to say, but I've seen, you know, I've seen men get abused in relationships, and I've talked to women who were the abuser and who didn't want to acknowledge that they were the abuser. And I think that's the thing, you know, that you guys all have to remember is the person who's the abuser in a relationship, they never want to admit. It's not like they go, yeah, my name is, you know, whatever, and I'm an abusive person. They never see themselves as the villain. They never see themselves as the abuser. They only see themselves as the victim. And so that's why they keep doing it, and they don't change, because they're not aware. They don't want to, they always have an excuse, like, well, I was in a bad mood, or this happened, or you said the wrong thing to me. Well, you know that I'm upset. You shouldn't say this thing to me. You know, they want to blame the victim, and they want to blame everybody else. They don't want to acknowledge. And that's a lot of times why that abusive cycle and that abusive pattern continues, because they don't want to acknowledge that they're the abuser, or they're the ones that do things wrong. And that really is the hard part. and why, the cycle keeps going. And there is a cycle of abuse, you guys. There's a cycle of abuse. You can look it up. You can Google it. And the cycle of abuse is like the honeymoon period. Let me start. The abusive act, whether that abusive act was an argument, a physical altercation, whatever it is, there's the abusive act that happens. And then there's a period of quietness. You know what I mean? A silent treatment or a separation or whatever it is. But there's a period of quietness. Then there's the apologies. Then there's the honeymoon phase. And the honeymoon phase is, as horrible as the abusive thing was, the honeymoon phase is just as good. And then after that honeymoon phase, the abuser, because they're not willing to acknowledge what they did, like even if they apologize, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I did this. I'll never do that again. They're not really acknowledging that they did something wrong. They compartmentalize, like, yes, I hit you, but it was because I was really drunk, or I'm just making stuff up. I hit you. I was really drunk. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They often tend to blame the victim. Well, I did hit you, but you know that you shouldn't be talking about this or that with me, or you shouldn't be bothering me when I just get home from work. They'll find a way to blame the victim, but they apologize. They go through the honeymoon phase, but because the abuser doesn't really acknowledge what they've done, and because they don't really, really feel that remorse as much as they may be crying, oh, please forgive me. They don't really feel the remorse, so their abusive patterns. Yeah. Yeah, Erica's saying that she doesn't like to hear the word I'm sorry, because the person who abused her said I'm sorry to her so many times that it gives her negative feelings now, because it didn't mean anything. And a lot of times there will be empty I'm sorries. And there will be empty I'm sorries, and that makes things, so much more difficult. So this is just, there's so much information out there about abusive relationships and the cycle of abuse. And basically, after the honeymoon period, the tension starts to ramp up. Once things start to settle down and feel comfortable again, that abusive person is going to go back into all their cycles. And the abusive person, again, they don't see themselves as the abusive person. They see themselves as the victim. And so they allow themselves to get, triggered by whatever is bothering them. Usually, I'm not going to say this is a 100% thing, but most of the time, the person who's abusive is a narcissist. And the thing about narcissists is they may act really confident. Some of them they do, and some of them they don't. There's different types and different levels of narcissists. But the thing about a narcissist is they cannot handle any kind of criticism. They cannot handle it. It sends them into a shame spiral. It sends them into such a level of unbalance. A narcissist always has to be like kind of told they're amazing or they're great or whatever, and they can't handle it. If you could say something like that's a joke, that's a joke, or something little like, oh hey, don't put the cup in that sink, put it over there, that could be enough to send a narcissist. You know what I mean? Or, oh, hey, your shirt's got a stain on it. That could be something that a normal person would just be like, oh, man, that sucks. A narcissist would go into a complete shame spiral and just disintegrate. And then what happens is they don't like being in that, so they look for something to make them feel powerful. And that's usually coming back in either a rage or something like that to take it out on whoever they can. And it's usually whoever they feel is weaker than them. It's a very sad situation. This, yeah, it's, yeah. Yeah. Erica's just saying it's very rare for a narcissist to change who they are. And she's right. The thing about a narcissist that makes it so difficult is that many narcissists, and there's a difference. Like I said, there's people who are narcissists and there's people who have narcissistic tendencies. And a narcissist is really it's very challenging for them to change, because a narcissist in essence does not ever want to admit that they're a narcissist. So it's like if you're dealing with somebody who's a drug addict, they know they're a drug addict. And they eventually, hopefully, will get to the point where they're willing to admit, like, you know what? I'm out of control. I need to get this help, and I'm going to go to rehab. I'm going to get myself together. They admit that they have an issue. Well, the thing about a narcissist is they never admit they have an issue. They never admit that they're the problem. For them, it's always everybody else's fault, and they're just misunderstood or whatever. They don't acknowledge the issue that they're a narcissist. And so for that reason, it's very uncommon for narcissists to heal and change. And there's no medication. Like if you have somebody who deals with other mental illnesses like bipolar or I'm trying to think of other mental, depression or anxiety. A lot of times you can get medication for that stuff, and it's, there you can get help. But when you're a narcissist, there's no medication. You have to acknowledge that you're a narcissist and really acknowledge it. And a lot of narcissists will never acknowledge that, because that's the thing about being a true narcissist. You're so unwilling to see your own kind of flaws. You hide yourself in this fantasy. And that's why, if you guys have ever seen people who like think they're the shit when they're not, you know what I mean? People who are just like, I'm so amazing, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, you're not amazing. Like, people who are extremely entitled, who only see their side of the story. I'm not saying everybody who's entitled is a narcissist, but like, there's a certain trope when you think about certain celebrities who are very like full of themselves and never admit that they do anything wrong, and it's always everybody else's fault. I'm sure you guys can think of some people that are famous that are narcissists. So, but anyway, this got really off topic. So, is anybody asking any questions or making any comments? Sure, Rohan. I will definitely do that for you guys. Let me do a general reading for March. I also want to do a giveaway real quick. So let's do a giveaway first, and then I'll do my general reading. I'm going to do this card, and then I'm going to this stone, and then I'm going to send Erica a picture of it. So here we go. Let me just make sure you guys can't see it. I have a stone right here. This is a stone. I have this in my hand. And whoever is going to be able to tell me the color of this stone is going to win a 10-minute free reading. Alia already won the first one. So, you guys, just tell me what color that stone is, and you'll win. You need to be over 18. You need to be in the United States of America, and you need to be over 18 in the United States, and you need to subscribe to this channel. Mary N. Paris. Okay, Mary, welcome to the stream. Paris, welcome to the stream. We are doing a giveaway right now, you guys. So if you're over 18, if you are in the US and you're subscribed to this channel, you can enter that giveaway. Again, I have a stone right here in my hand. Whoever correctly identifies the color of that stone is going to win 10 free minutes with moi. All right, so guys, we're going to do just a generalized reading. Let's see what happens. Who knows? So I'm going to use, Rohan suggested it. Thank you, Erica. So we can all thank Rohan for this. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, Rohan. Okay, ready, Freddy? Oh, and I didn't say hi to Robert. Hey, Spider. Welcome to the stream. Oh, good. Erica, you're a good girl. LOL. So far, nobody has guessed the winning color. So you guys, you gotta keep going. All right, guys, this is our general reading. We're using the Moonology moon cards. Sorry, microphone. I didn't mean to do that. Diana, you won. Congratulations. You won. You lucky ducky. Here you are. Woo, it is an orange piglet. Isn't that cute? So, Diana, you never keep your winnings. So, you can choose who you want to give the giveaway to. So, Diana is going to choose somebody to give the giveaway to. As long as they're over 18 from the US and a subscriber, they can definitely win Diana's 10 minutes, you guys. So you have another chance to win. So if you have all those qualifications, you can just type in, enter me, enter me, and then, or you don't have to say it 3 times, just say it 1 time. But just if you want to be considered for Diana's winnings, type in enter me, and she'll pick one of the people that say enter me. What? You got to pick, Diana. So people are going to type in enter me, and then you'll pick from one of the people that say enter me. And that's how we're going to do this. Because we don't know who new subscribers are and whatever. That's just, we don't really know who that is. So just whoever's entered me, you choose to pick. That's on you, girl. That's on you. You play the game. You live by the game. You die by the game. That's how it goes. You wanna play with the big boys? You're gonna have to deal with the consequences. I have no idea. So deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. This is just a general reading, you guys, with the Moonology cards. Let's begin. All right. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, congratulations. Kay, you have won, providing you're over 18, subscribe to this channel, and live in the United States of America. You can win the 10 minutes with me. What you need to do is get in contact with me through right here, Psychic Jennifer Moran. You can contact me through Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Any of those, you can just send me a message and I'll get back to you to arrange your reading. By the way, you guys should be following me on Instagram and TikTok because I do make videos there. All right, so deck number 1, this is your general reading. Here we go. Let's go. Let's do this. First thing that I want to say is you're very stressed out right now. Things are overwhelming and you're dealing with a lot of stress. I don't know why I keep doing this. I think I'm just trying to calm you down. So here's what I want to say. I feel like you need to relax. You need to give yourself some time to meditate or journal, whatever it is, or go out in nature. But I feel like what your cards are basically saying is that you have to be willing to give in a little bit instead of trying to control everything. You're not getting the answers that you want because you're blocking yourself. You're so busy trying to make things happen that you're not allowing things to happen. And there's a difference. You need to find your way into allowing. So, it's basically you need to give into the divine, and you will need to also start to really love yourself for who you are. So your cards are basically this. It's a time to give rather than take. I don't think this is like a charity thing. I don't think this is about giving to charity, although, that's never a bad thing. But it's more about, it's time to give in a little bit, to have a little more give, to be willing to surrender a little bit to, allowing rather than trying to be in control is basically what I'm getting for you. And again, this card, surrender to the divine. This is about meditation, journaling, going out into the woods, looking up at the sky, being willing to spend 20 minutes without your phone, without your computer, without your TV, just quietly, to let your guides have a chance to communicate with you, to let yourself really know what you really want. we tend to distract ourselves a lot of the time with different things to kind of keep us occupied so that we don't have to think about things. And I think that maybe you need to spend some time just allowing your mind to wander so that you can kind of shake things off that you don't need and maybe get some inspiration. And the last thing is show the world the real you. And I think that this is more about really falling in love with yourself and who you are. I think that you put a lot of pressure on yourself to look the certain way or to do things a certain way. I think you worry about, you know, anybody seeing your flaws. And I think at the end of the day, you have to kind of be willing to just love who you are and not worry about being so perfect all the time. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. You just need a breather is what I would say for you. Deck number 2. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, number 2. Holy cow. Who picked number 2? I want to know. The first card that... Did you? I'm excited for you. Erica picked number 2. So the first card is Prosperity Lies Ahead. And that is a really good card to get. Because who doesn't want prosperity? But I think with this prosperity is like it's an opportunity. It's a chance. It's something to help you move forward. So prosperity lies ahead. And it's a time to take action. So what that means is say yes. So say yes. Say yes to opportunities. Hey, do you want to go to a free show? Well, actually, no. You don't want to go to a free show right now because it's COVID. Let me think of a better example. That was a bad example. Bad example. Hey, somebody is looking for somebody to do this job. Do you want to do this? Yes, I will. Somebody needs your help coming up with an idea, writing a book, doing something. Yes, yes. Say yes. You are going to get an opportunity given to you. Say yes. This is your time to say yes. Don't say no. We often say no so many times that it's so easy to say no. And I think that no is rooted in fear of failure, fear of failure mostly is the reason why we say no. And I'm a no sayer. Like when somebody suggested that I do this show, the first thing I was like, I don't know if I feel like doing that. And so, we all say no and when we should say yes. This show has been a really great thing and I'm glad I do it. But initially I was like, I don't know if I feel like doing this. This is a lot of work. But I'm glad I am here. And your dreams need a practical plan. So I think what this is about, again, is saying yes. Thinking about what is going to come your way that is going to help you get to where you want to be. So say, for example, I'm just going to give you guys an example. Say, for example, you want to be a musician and you're just like, you want to be a rock star. And you get an opportunity to help somebody write a jingle. Well, that's not really a rock star kind of thing to do. But that gets you in to meet people. It gets you a connection. It gets you in the door. And I think that that's what this is saying. Is like be willing to kind of find ways in the door to your dreams. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, deck number 3. So, basically just think about different opportunities that are going to come your way that might help you and be willing to say yes rather than say no. That's basically where we're at. All right, so deck number 3s, let's see what's going on with you. Okay. This is about self-sabotage. So anybody who chose deck number 3, this is your wake-up call. You're about to sabotage yourself. Don't do it. This is like your wake-up call. Whatever you're thinking about, you're going on a good trajectory and you're doing well. And so just this is your call to action to keep on this trail. Don't allow yourself to slip. And that slip could be something little. I'm not saying to be paranoid or anything, but just be aware of your habits. You know yourself, you know your bad habits. So it's like your hard work is paying off. You're doing really well. Things are moving good. It's a really good time for you. It's very positive. And this is a time for healing. So you're going to, how can I say this? You have to focus on really knowing your weaknesses and knowing where you sabotage yourself and being honest and accountable. I want to encourage you to keep a diary, and to keep a diary, not saying like every single thing that happened to you the whole day, but things that could potentially be triggering. Things that could, when you're feeling lazy or when you're feeling like you don't want to do something, acknowledge that. Mark it off on a calendar. Be aware, be cognizant of this, because I feel like you're headed for a negative kind of turn if you're not careful. And then this last card is your commitment is being tested. So it's like whatever you're trying to do, you're doing so good, you're doing amazing, you're really achieving. Don't get in your own way. Really be careful of the sabotage. And that is your general reading. So that self-sabotage is coming up a lot tonight. It's very, very interesting. Diane, don't sabotage yourself. So Erica said that Diana picked number 3. Yeah, so your commitment is being tested. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, don't get in your own way. Spider told me to hydrate before my show, and I didn't listen, so I apologize. But I did eat something. So I did half the things. And listen, I had to beat this face. I had to take phone calls. I had to set up this live stream. Thank you, Mary. This is my mom's shirt, actually. She ordered it off Amazon, and she gave it to me. So, it's my mom's shirt. I liked the color scheme of it. I think it's pretty. It kind of reminds me of like clouds or cotton candy. I just thought it was really soft and pretty. And for those of you who don't know, Sunday's shows are more casual, so I tend to look more casual on Sundays. I don't wear as much makeup. It's just more like a chill out kind of day. Whereas like Wednesdays, I usually dress up more and I usually do more dramatic makeup. It's more like I put a little bit more effort in. It's more formal, I guess you could say. That's just the general theme of the show. So what time is it anyway? I don't even know. Where's my phone? Okay. 9:24. So let's do, and I want to apologize to you guys. We were supposed to do the love languages field trip today, and I totally forgot. I have to set that up for Wednesday. Ooh. Wednesday's meditation, by the way, is going to be a very interesting one. It is going to be a meditation where you get to meet your idol, whoever your idol is. It could be your grandpa, it could be a celebrity, but it's a meditation that takes you into an exercise where you get to meet and sit down and talk with your idol and get guidance and advice from them. It's a really cool meditation. I'm excited about it. So that is going to be Wednesday's show if you guys are interested in that. But so far, Diana won a giveaway. She gave it to Kay. Alia won the other giveaway. She is going to keep it. And we're going to do one more giveaway. Okay. I'll send it to you, Erica, don't worry. I have a stone. I said I'll send you the giveaway. I have a stone in my hand. Okay. Whoever is going to tell me the correct color of the stone will win 10 free minutes. So I'm going to send Erica a picture of the stone. You guys, again, you have to subscribe to this channel. You have to be over 18 and you have to live in the United States. For those of you who wonder why that US rule happens, it's just because there's a lot of logistics and stuff around giveaways internationally. There could be like taxes and tariffs and just a lot of different things. It's more challenging. Plus there's also laws around what countries are allow giveaways and what countries don't, and it's a little confusing. I wish that I could give away to people in other areas. It's just a thing that I learned, unfortunately. So you guys, whoever is going to be the winner, Erica knows, so she will be the one to, She'll be the one to comment. Oh, Ches. How's that spelled? I think that's Shay. Is it Ches or is it Shay? I think it's Shay. Correct us. Tell us how to pronounce your name because I don't want to sound like a dumbass. But I think it's Shay. I'm pretty sure. I know. Okay. I know that much French. Like that much French. Like that little bit. I know the like very little French. But I know some pronunciations. Susan C is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Susan, congratulations. You are the winner of the 10-minute reading with me. Here is our little stone. This little cute little seal. Tell me that is not adorable. Look at how cute it is. I love it so much. I actually have another one in here. It's a pink one. Super, super cute. But anyway, it is tiny. It's actually, technically, it's not even a stone. It's an eraser. I've had these erasers for at least 15 years. I want to say. Can you see it better now? Little seals. So cute. I love them. I keep them with my stones because I just think they're little cute little trinkets. But I love them. So, Susan C., you are the winner, chicken dinner of 10 minutes with me. Susan, I think we've spoken before. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100%. Susan, you can get in contact with me through here, Psychic Jennifer Moran. I'm pointing to it right now. Through Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. And get in contact with me there. And, we'll set up your thing. Your thingamajig. We've had a lot of interesting topics on this show tonight. Some heavy topics. But I know that that's challenging. So, let's see. We're going to do, where are my cards? I want to do a message of encouragement from the universe. And I feel motivated to use, let's see. I want to do a message of encouragement for the universe. Okay, guys? So I want to ask you guys which cards we should use. So this is going to be a message of encouragement from the universe to you. And so we can either use the Earth Magic Oracle cards or we can use my Halloween Oracle cards. You guys choose which one you want me to use. Oops, sorry, microphone. And then once we have enough votes, we'll do that reading. But I was going to say something and now I totally forgot. And, I totally forgot what it was. But I wanted to ask you guys, what kind of topics would you guys like to discuss in future shows, whether it's a Wednesday show or a Sunday show? What kind of topics are you guys interested in? What kind of things do you feel like, I'd like to hear from you guys because, it's a lot of work thinking this stuff up on my own. I like to have help. I usually tend to go with whatever, whatever kind of is being asked a lot by my clients. That is something that I usually like to do. But, sometimes there's other needs that are out there that I may not, know about. But I like to be open to that. Erica has a question, yes. Okay, so Erica has a question, and she asked me what a twin flame is. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My thought of twin flames is different than a lot of other people's thoughts about twin flames. So I'm going to tell you what I think a twin flame is, and then we'll go from there. So a twin flame is somebody that comes into your life that is your mirror. You meet this person usually before you find the love of your life. They're kind of like a rite of passage. They're kind of like a lesson. You meet them and they help you grow so that you can get to the point you need to be to meet the love of your life. Now, a lot of people think, a lot of other psychics think that your twin flame is the person you're supposed to be with forever. I don't believe that. I think that that's not true. I think twin flame relationships are some of the most difficult, challenging relationships to be in. They're two people that meet each other that form an instant crazy connection. It feels amazing. It's like, oh my God, I've never met anybody like this before. This is so crazy. You almost feel this connection instantaneously, and it's almost like being on drugs. It's like this heady, crazy feeling when you're with them. The thing about this person is they are your exact mirror, the good and the bad. And so a lot of times you don't want to acknowledge the part about them that's the bad. You only see the good. And so in the beginning, the relationship is just amazing. Everything goes great. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I've been waiting for this my whole life. At some point in this relationship, there is a fractal, there is a change, and something goes wrong. Something comes up. And this person, one of you is the runner and one of you is the chaser. And so what happens is, this amazing relationship that feels like you're on euphoria, you're on some euphoric amazing drug, all of a sudden comes to a screeching halt. And you feel like your life has come to a screeching halt. And you feel like you don't know what to do and you don't know how to handle it, and why is this happening, and oh, things were so perfect. And then it becomes this crazy thing of like you're chasing this person, or you're obsessing about this person, you wanting this person to come back. And at that point, that's the lesson part of this relationship. That's where you need to learn all the good things about this person, all the bad things about this person, so that you can then in turn process, learn, and grow yourself. The things that you don't like about them are things that you have to look about yourself that you don't like. And the things that you like about them are things that you do like about yourself. And it helps you grow and learn and become stronger and better, so that you then are ready to have your true partner. And a lot of people get so obsessed with their twin flame that they get stuck in a cycle and they're not willing to let go of that. And so they just keep going in this crazy cycle. And your twin flame is just as interested in you as you are in them. The problem is one of you usually is a runner, like I said, and the runner is because they have a lot of fear or whatever it can be. It's either they don't want a relationship because they're afraid of getting hurt, or they just are afraid of being tied down, or whatever the situation is. But your twin flame is in a way kind of like puberty, or like a rite of passage. It's a lesson, and it's a way for you to kind of face your dark side and face the side of you that maybe you don't want to see. You know, I'm going to just say that most of us have a side of ourselves that we don't like, whether that's being bitchy or being a jerk, or being selfish, or being, whatever the case may be. And a lot of times we don't want to acknowledge that side of ourselves because it's not pretty. That side of ourselves that we don't like could be insecure, or fear, or anxiety, or depression. There's so many different things that we have that are, like, say, our quote unquote darker side. We don't want to acknowledge that a lot of the time. So we try to run from it, or ignore it, or pretend it's not there. And a lot of times you'll find yourself severely disliking people that represent that part of yourself that you don't like. So if there's somebody in your life that you really can't stand and you hate their guts, you want to think about what part of them you dislike, and maybe there's a part of you that you dislike that they represent, and them just being in your area reminds you of that side of yourself, and so you just can't stand them. So it's very deep. It's a deep thing to think about, but I think that we all have to kind of learn about our dark side and our capabilities. And the more you learn about what you're capable of, the more you're able to grow and move past it, and get past that side of yourself. So, but that's what a twin flame is. Oh, okay. Oh, so Kay was thinking about twin. Well, I'm glad that Erica brought it up, because then it kills two birds with one stone. Okay. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. So honest with you right now. If you guys want to learn how to read cards, I highly, highly suggest getting oracle cards. And I would highly suggest getting these Moonology cards because they, for me, are the easiest cards to read. They're very straightforward. Almost like I would say good beginner cards. The thing that I like about these cards is that they kind of say like directly like the answers that you need are coming. They kind of give you the answers. Confidence is key to your success. So I would suggest doing oracle cards, and I would suggest doing these oracle cards, cards that are kind of like with training wheels. So I'm going to give you another example. Like, so these cards, I love these Earth Magic cards a lot, but these cards to me, for a beginner, can be a little bit harder to read. So like this lake, stillness, if you don't know how to read, that might be confusing to you. Although these cards are pretty easy to read as well. But I would look for cards that are oracle cards because oracle cards are a lot more fluid and a lot easier to read. They're not so rigid. There's not so much interpretation. You can kind of get whatever you want. There's more fluidity in an oracle card. So I would highly suggest the Moonology oracle cards, not sponsored or anything. I just like these cards because these are really good for beginners. Now, I think tarot cards are more challenging for people to learn how to read because let me get my tarot cards. Here we go. When you're dealing with tarot cards, each card has a specific meaning. There is a specific meaning to each card. Each deck has a specific meaning. There's a lot more specificity, and it's more of a process to learn. So I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. I don't know all the meanings to the tarot cards myself. I've been a psychic for 20 years, but I don't use tarot cards. I have a couple of decks that I use here and there, but I don't know all the meanings myself. It's more stressful, I think, because like this 8 of Cups. I don't know what that means. I know cups are about emotion. I think it's a good deck, a good card. I don't know. I'm just being real with you guys. Being real with you guys. 7 of Cups, no idea. I know like the major arcana a little bit better. I know like death is like the end of something. You know, strength. It's a little bit more kind of obvious. But like the cups, the pentacles, the swords, and I don't really know what they all mean. I really don't. I'm just being real with you guys. So reading tarot cards to me is like more of a commitment, and it's a little bit more challenging because you have 74 cards in a deck, and to try to know and understand what each card means is a little bit more of a challenge. For me, that's just for me. So if you're looking to start reading cards, I would highly suggest getting oracle cards. Another oracle deck that I would highly suggest that I really like is this one. This Heal Yourself reading cards. I got both of these on Amazon. I don't remember how much they were. I want to say somewhere between $15 to $20. But like the Moonology ones, I would say are good for beginners. These are good if you're reading yourself. These are very introspective, deep cards. Like these will give you a deep reading, and they're very good for that. But they're a little bit more advanced. But I highly recommend those cards as well. So now you guys know my secret shame. I don't know what the tarot cards mean. I I just don't really read tarot cards that often. Usually, I'm going to just be honest with you. If I do use tarot cards, I usually don't like go 100% on what the card means. I just kind of go with whatever I feel it means. So I don't have that rigidity. That's why I like oracle cards, because they can mean whatever you want them to mean or whatever you feel like they mean. Like this river is movement. That could be, any kind of movement. It could be good movement, bad movement, going too fast, going in a good direction. It just depends on what the relation to those cards are. Oh, did they vote on what they want me to do? What they want me to use the cards? Which cards they want me to use? Whether it was the Halloween Oracle or the okay. Sure. Well, Erica's just telling me about the person. Okay, I'm just gonna say general. Erica's telling. She's my sister. You're new here. She's my sister. I don't know if you're still with us, but uh, you want like a middle of the road reading, and I can do that for you guys. I can do a middle of the road reading. That'll be the next reading I do. And I'm really sorry that you're going through a hard time right now. So you guys voted to use these oracle cards or earth magic cards, and this is a message of encouragement from the universe. So general, maybe this will help you as well. And welcome. Wait, how do you spell that name? AMA. Okay. Amalika. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Please forgive me. But welcome to the stream. Thank you. Okay, this is a message of encouragement from the universe. All right, guys, here we go. This is deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. This is a message of encouragement from the universe. This is going to help you. This could also be if you're stuck in the middle of the road and you're needing some guidance. This is deck number 1, deck number 2, and deck number 3. So just take your time, breathe in and out. Think about the deck that is calling out to you. And we're going to begin. All right. Deck number 1. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what I'm seeing. Deck number 1, I feel like right now you're trying really hard. How can I say this? I feel you're running. But I feel like you're running without direction. You're just trying to go, you're going through your life. You're going from day to day. You're trying to get through every day. And I almost feel like at the end of every day, you're just like, okay, I made it through another day. There's almost like this sense of you being in survival mode and not in a state of ease. And so I feel like what the universe is trying to tell you is that you need to take a break. You need to take a breath. Now, when I say take a break, I don't mean like take a day off from work. I mean, you can if you want to. But what I mean is mentally. You need to give yourself some time to just be still. And so I feel like what this deck is saying that, your guides, the universe, your guides, they're out there. They're trying to help you, but they can't reach you. It's like you're behind glass and they're banging on the glass trying to get to you, but you're so entranced with the monotony of your life or the stress of your life, and I almost want to say stress of your life more than monotony, that you're not able to pick up those signals because you're so focused almost in a, how can I say this, you're so focused on just surviving day to day. You're just so focused on whatever's in front of you that you're not being open to everything that could be possibilities around you. So I want to say this. I feel like the first thing that you need to do is, again, take a break, take some time, and just relax. Give yourself time to just, meditate. Even if you just want to not meditate, but just sit quietly for 20 minutes, put a white noise machine on, put ocean waves in the back room, in the background, whatever it is that's going to help you to get into that kind of relaxed state. I feel like that's important for you. The next thing that I want to say to you is to start doing a bit of a gratitude journal. I feel like you're not in a good state of allowance. You're not in a good state of like being awakened spiritually. You're almost like in a trance, just almost like afraid to live life or afraid to relax. And so you need to start doing a gratitude journal to kind of help you realize like the magic that's around you that maybe you're not acknowledging. So again, this river is about you just kind of running, and just like I said, in survival mode, this is your call to action to like, there's a lot going on in the surface. There's a lot going on beneath that you're kind of not acknowledging, and you need to do some healing, and you need to let yourself feel a little bit so that you can actually make positive changes. And again, this is about, your guides are out there. They're trying to help. They're trying to communicate. You got to be still so they can listen, and also start to see the beauty and the wonder and the amazingness of the world around you. Start thinking about the gratitude, even little things. Sometimes it's hard to find things to be grateful for. I remember one day I was doing dishes and I realized that I had a lot of spoons, and I was like, oh my God, I have so many spoons. I can't believe I have so many spoons. Like, I was just so grateful in that moment that I had so many spoons. It's a weird thing to be grateful about. But I was like, I am an adult woman who owns an enormous amount of spoons. Like, how did I amass this collection of spoons? I was kind of proud of myself for owning so many spoons. And it was just like, where did they all come from? How did they get here? They were there. And so I think that you got to find the little things to be grateful for, even if it's just a smile from a stranger or a good cup of coffee or a good night's sleep or, whatever it is, the laughter of children in the next yard or whatever. Start to find things to be grateful for and start to allow yourself to live. I feel like you're alive, you're living, but you're not living. And I think that it's because you're in survival mode. You got to be willing to let yourself rest and relax a little bit, and it can be challenging because there's a lot of reasons that we're in survival mode. It doesn't start from a good place. You may need to seek therapy. You may need to, do something to help yourself if you need it. There's no shame. There's nothing wrong in that, but I feel like you gotta allow yourself to get out of survival mode so that you can actually start enjoying and living life, because life is passing you by. Okay, deck number 2. This is a heavy show tonight, you guys. I'm sorry. Sunday is usually such a relaxing show, but there's so many heavy topics. But I guess Erica says sometimes we need it. We're just talking about this heavy stuff tonight. Deck number 2. You're going to have a new start. And I feel like this scares the bejesus out of you. But there's a new start coming your way. It could be a new job. It could be a move. But there's a new start, a new change. And I feel like this is something that scares you a lot. But it's like you have to kind of go with it. And I feel like you have these instincts to try to stop it or postpone it. And I feel like this is such a good thing for you. It's like they say, like, when one door closes, another one opens. And I feel like in your situation, that's exactly what's happening. You're dealing with some loss, some grief, some loss. Things are not going the way you want them to. Ooh, I feel like I have to sneeze. Sorry. It's like it's right there. It's right there. The sneeze is like, I know, it's like it's right there, but it's not coming out. Ugh, I hate when that happens. All right. So I feel like this is your key in that change is going to happen for you. It may be a change that's coming from a bad situation, but just know that this change is going to help you to move into a better situation. And if you embrace this change and see it as a growing opportunity rather than just focusing on all the terribleness, then you're going to actually put yourself into a better, more stable situation. So just know that be open to that change that's coming, even if it's coming through something negative. And I'm sorry that you're going through all this stress. It's not easy, but it will get better. Deck number 3. Deck number 3. You're not being honest with yourself about stuff. I feel like I can relate to you, deck number 3. I can relate to you, deck number 3. We are soul twins. Deck number 3. You could be on fire and you'd be like, no, I'm fine. It's good. I'm fine. No, it's fine. We're good. No matter what goes on around you, you always have that thing of like pretending to be strong or pretending to be untouchable, unflappable. And you always want to be that pillar of strength. And the problem with that is that you are a human being, you're not a robot, and you will eventually have a breaking point, a nervous breakdown, a lashing out at somebody, just going into a depression. We are designed as machines that we can go and go and go for so long. We can hold on to so much, but eventually we have to, like a volcano, we have to release. And that release comes out in different ways. It can be a rageful release, or it can be a slothy release, or it can be a sad release, whatever that release is. But you can either choose to release in small doses that are more healthy and manageable, or you can hold it onto it and release in some big crazy way that's going to get you into trouble. And I feel like you're just trying so hard to be strong. You need to find somebody to talk to about these things that you're holding in, these issues that you're dealing with. You need to find somebody to talk to and to connect with. That could be a religious person, that could be a therapist, that could be a friend, that could be, if you don't have anybody, you could journal, but you have to let it out. It's so bad. And you also have to learn a couple of things. Number 3, you have to learn to say no. Sometimes you gotta say no. The Erica said that's her. That is you, Erica. Girl, you need to learn how to say no more. So you have to learn boundaries. You have to learn to communicate when people are pushing your buttons, when they're encroaching upon your boundaries. You have to learn to say no. And you have to also learn to express when you've had enough or when you need a break. You're not a machine, but you're treating yourself like a machine, and you will eventually break down one way or the other. And I feel like that's what this is telling me right now, is like you're trying so hard to be this strong mountain, and you feel like you have to be that. And you're going to put yourself in a bad situation. You have to start to take care of yourself. They always say, like, when you're on a plane, you hear that like little announcement that comes on in the beginning of a plane ride, that they're like, oh, the oxygen mask is gonna come down and da da da. And they always tell you, like, before you help anybody else, put it on yourself. And that's a really good metaphor for life. Before you help anybody else, before you try to do all these things and be superhuman, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your own needs, and you have to be willing to be strong so that you can sustain the extra things that you're trying to do. And so learn to say no. Learn to communicate your boundaries. Learn to ask for help when you need it. That is a hard one to do. I'm guilty of that myself. I don't always ask for help when I need it. And I always, act like things don't bother me, or I'm stronger than I am. And I think that is not a good situation, because you will eventually implode. And when you implode, you may take other people down with you. I mean, it happens. So, I'll tell you a true story that happened to me. And, this is something I wish you guys could hear Erica talk, because I know she's going to laugh when I talk about this. But I've known Erica for a very long time. And I don't remember exactly when this happened. It was definitely more than 10 years ago. It was maybe 15 years ago. I just was not in a good place. And I, Erica had small children and she asked me to watch the kids for a few minutes while she went to the store. I was not in a good place. I would watch the kids, but I was not mentally in a good place to do this. And so she went to the store and they came back and they were supposed to be gone for like 20 minutes and I think it took them like 30 minutes. It was not like a long time, but I was already like at max capacity. And so when she came back, I was so mad that it took longer than I expected it to take. I didn't and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And she was trying to tell me like what happened, like why it took longer, whatever. I didn't want to hear it. I'm just being vulnerable with you guys. I didn't want to hear. I didn't give a crap what she had to say. I was so pissed that I like pushed her out of the way like a I was like a wild buffalo. Like I just pushed her out of the way and I like walked into the house like I the thing is, guys, I did not realize that I was physically violent toward her. Like I had no in my mind, I just walked right past her. I had no recollection or like acknowledgement that I pushed her. And then her sister came to me and she was like, "Whoa, you just pushed Erica." And I was like, "What?" I didn't realize I pushed her. So like I had to like acknowledge that I was so full of like rage and it's so stupid to think about it now because like there was no reason to be upset. It was dumb, like the dumbest reason in the world to be upset. But that's what happens when you take on too much and you don't communicate. You know what I mean? You will eventually end up in a bad. I mean, luckily that wasn't as bad as it could have been. You know what I mean? But it was still like I did something that I didn't even acknowledge I did because I was just so in a rage filled moment over something stupid. And I ended up feeling stupid, because I had to go then like apologize to her. And I just felt stupid in the long run because I was having a fit over something that was like so silly. It's a, no. And I think that, yeah. Yeah, and Erica is saying that she thought it was funny too because she didn't react to me. Like when I pushed her out of the way and walked past her, she didn't react. She didn't like be like, "Hey, bitch, what the hell?" She didn't do anything like that. She just kind of like went with the flow and stood back. So I think that's why I didn't realize I pushed her because like she didn't react. She didn't say like, "Hey," or anything. She just was like probably shocked because I'd never been physically violent with her before. I'm not a physically violent person. I punched somebody in the face one time, but it was an accident, so that doesn't count. Uh, it doesn't count. I mean, I'm sure it counted to her. She got punched in the face, but it was an accident. I didn't do it on purpose. Um, it was totally an accident. I was in high school and we had lockers in high school. There was like a long locker and then there was like a short little locker on top. And I was trying to like pull my locker open and I don't know what happened, but my hand slipped and I clocked this girl in the face. I felt so bad. She was really nice about it. I was like, "I'm so sorry." She was like, "It's okay. I might have a black eye, but it's cool." Because she knew it was just one of those crazy accidents that happens. I felt so bad. Obviously, it bothered me because I think about it till this day. Like that poor girl. I punched her in the face. It was an accident. But life happens. What are you gonna do? But wherever you are, girl, that I punched in the face, I apologize. And if you ever come across this video, just know that I didn't forget. I'm still thinking about it to this day. How many ever years later, 30 years later, I still think of it. I remember like it was yesterday. Oh God, crazy, crazy times. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. You have to just, you know, don't try to take everything on. Don't try to feel like you have to be this perfect hero for everybody and not take care of your own needs, if that makes sense. But are there any other comments, Erica? Oh, thanks. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Hey, guys. Just anybody who doesn't know what's going on right now, my sister is just reading comments to me. That's why I have this earpiece in my ear. She's reading comments to me. So if you guys hear me being quiet and not saying anything and you're like, what's up with this stream? I'm just listening to the comments she's reading. Well, yeah, I did a general reading for March. I did a general reading for March for everybody. So there was pick a card readings throughout the whole show, so you guys can just scale, like, rewind, and you'll see them all. But I did them all. I'm getting ready to close out the show now. Because it's 10 o'clock. I just realized the time. But I just wanted to say, yeah, I did a bunch of readings. You guys can just rewind the show and see them. But I wanted to thank you guys for being here tonight. I think we had a really fun time. I had a fun time. It was definitely a bit of a heavier show. There was some heavy subjects that were talked about, and I know that that can be challenging to deal with in here, but I think it's important to discuss these things. I hope that you guys have a good rest of the week. Tomorrow is Monday, a new start for some of you. And I just wish you guys all the best, success, love, and everything that you want. I will see you guys on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be a fun show because we're doing a fun meditation. We're also going to be doing some more giveaways. Tonight's giveaway winners were Alia, Susan C, and Kay were the winners. So you guys get in contact with me through Psychic Jennifer Moran on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. Also, you guys should totally follow me on TikTok because I make some really cute, fun videos over there. Or Instagram as well. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you all have a really good week, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by. Good night to everybody. Erica says goodbye to everybody. Robert is saying love and light. Good night. Robert saying thank you to me and Erica. So I appreciate that, guys. Take care.